to that 60-plus yard run you had, scramble down there to 2?
Yeah.
I want to hear about this.
Well, I mean, it was just a 2-minute drill, and we got it started with the play that we ran a lot, and I decided to go to the field, and I didn't like what I saw, and it just parted, when I looked at my check down, and so I guess you just take off, you can make a play.
That being in the midst of that being in the midst of this sort of avalanche that you guys were able to construct, I mean, how big do you think that was just to sort of score those 21 points right before halftime?
Yeah, the middle 8 is extremely important, and that was the differentiator tonight for sure. I don't know how many points we scored in the final 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half, but with that 2-minute drill and the score right before that, that makes such a big difference. It just, takes the life out of them. So to finish off the quarter with that was, we felt a lot of momentum going our way.
What was the feeling like early? Because you had the turnover and they answered with a big touchdown, and it was kind of a back and forth game at first. So what was it feeling like on the sideline at that moment?
Yeah, when you get into the final 8, you're playing the best in the nation, and I suppose we've been doing that for week in and week out here, dating back for quite a while. So I think that our team is resilient. They know that things aren't going to always go perfect, and we have a lot of trust within our scheme for one, but within the players on both sides of the ball. So obviously not a good play sequence right there, turning the ball over and then giving up a score, but we guys just trust one another, and we knew that when you're playing the best of the best, it's not going to all go your way. So we had to have some resiliency there.
Tommy, Adam talks a lot about how he looks up to you, how he tries to replicate what you do. What's it been like being a veteran watching a breakout campaign from a Montana native and redshirt freshman this season? What has it meant for this team?
Yeah, I mean, I remember last year when he first got here, I could just tell that he was going about his business the right way. I'd heard so many things about him. I knew his family, I knew his older brother from high school, and so I'd always heard about him. He was this great, hardworking dude, and so it was great when he first got here. You could tell, and he has the mentality to be able to come in and play. And I really, I thought after our fall scrimmage, his true freshman year, that he's going to have some sort of chance, but ultimately he, wasn't up with the, starting offense at the time, and he went down and gave a great look to our scout team. I think that's kind of what this program is all about, is that we have that opportunity to develop you, and then you go out and your first year, your freshman year, you can go out there and dominate. So I think that we're going to be seeing that for years to come as well. But I've loved Adam. He's a great guy. Above all, a great player as well. So it's a privilege to play with him.
You were showed a lot of emotion after that first touchdown, and you've kind of been doing that throughout the playoffs. I guess, can you take me through just what's kind of behind those emotions, and why that you've been especially pumped up lately?
Yeah, these playoff games are sweet now as a senior. You're not guaranteed anything more than that moment right then. So, to not celebrate, to not enjoy the moment for that, the summation of 4.5 years in college for work, and see an outcome, and you have to enjoy it, and you have to cherish it. Nothing's guaranteed, and we know that. So going and getting the scores, and you gotta go out there and celebrate it.
With Julius and Rohan and Scott Trey all out, was your mindset any different tonight in terms of maybe keeping the ball more or whatever?
No, I think those guys are great weapons, and we're excited for them to come back here. But I think our game plan is our game plan every single weekend, just trusting in the coaches, trusting in the guys around you, and we know that it's the next man up, and they're gonna go make plays as well.
Idaho had several big turnovers. They moved the onside, the fumble. I guess, how big was it just to capitalize on those mistakes that they made and score on the other end?
Yeah, I don't know again how much that was part of the last 4 minutes of the first half, but I know that second quarter got away from them very, very quickly. They felt like they needed to get the ball back with the onside. Ultimately gave us great field position, and we grinded out to go score. And then again, that turnover was massive to just keep it rolling, both those things in the second quarter.
So the student section was absolutely packed tonight. As a student athlete, these kids could have gone home yesterday. I'm just what it meant to have so many of your peers in the stands tonight.
No, I can't explain what the crowd did tonight. I think that, I'm just so grateful for their support all 4 years, but, staying the course and coming out here on a cold night after finals, easily could have went home. It meant the world to me for the students to be there and to support us and to cheer and to make it really, really tough on Idaho. But then, just the entire stadium as a whole, it becomes this beast. And I think that we need to keep that thing rolling, as we go into next week. But I've just appreciated, the difference they've made every single week for us.
How much chance to watch both potential opponents tomorrow? Do you think that gives you an advantage? What do you just think of the opportunity that presents itself next week?
Yeah, well, we had the short week this week, and so we get an opportunity to have one extra day for the following week. When it gets down to the semifinal, I don't think you can really get much of an edge, with any of that stuff. But we're gonna take the opportunity to watch them, on TV, and then we'll get it on film and really see the all 22 view and really break it down. But you just get a sense of who South Dakota is. I've watched games throughout the season with their close game against South Dakota State, but watching it on TV you don't see a whole lot. So you got to watch the all 22, and then obviously Davis. It'd be a great opportunity if they came back up here, but we're going to take whoever comes. So.
I know you were in at commencement, but the accomplishment of getting your degree today, graduating, what this university's meant to, just kind of all culminating there. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. No, it's an honor. I think when I've told the story, I suppose, a few different times, but when I first came to MSU, it was a great opportunity. I thought I had a chance to play at some point throughout my college career, but education was the most important thing to me, and I knew that this is a place that I wanted to go because it gave me all the opportunities that I wanted, and it was going to push me, and it was going to make me a better man, more educated, whatever. You might want to look at it like that, and I think that the 4 years MSU's taken great care of me and really given me a top-notch education. So I've really appreciated that.
Defensively, there were there's a lot of adversity early in this game, but you guys had, there was the overthrow early, there was the drop catches, and you guys were still able to score. So how much is you think the experience and the previous losses, the highs and lows in the previous seasons prepared you for moments like that?
Yeah. You're not going to make every single play. That's just how it goes, and that's just how it went to begin the game to some extent. But we just have guys that are going to be resilient, and yeah, I think that we've played a lot of football together, and we've had a lot of important games. Every single game is the most important game as you go into it. So I think that the guys are resilient because of what they've gone through throughout the season. I agree with you.
Let's do one more if there is one.
You guys were 11 for 13 on third down, and you made a lot of those plays. How much was that game script versus you kind of feeling like going out and making a play?
Yeah, well, last time they were pretty consistent with their call on third and medium to long, and they changed it up quite a bit this week, obviously for this game. Didn't give us the same looks, but we had great play calls and making throws, making plays, and ultimately I think that made the difference tonight. Was our third down. So I think it's just a testament to our coaching staff giving us great opportunities to be successful, and guys going out there and executing.
All right, thank you.